Life Audio.
Welcome to the Crosswalk Devotional. We're glad to have you listening with us. Today's topic is about our invitation to dwell with God now, here on earth. We'll return with the devotional after a brief message from our sponsors.
Did you know Gen Z and millennials are leading the resurgence in church attendance? New research from Glue and Barna shows that they're now attending church more often than older generations. That's a historic shift. And behind this discovery is Glue, spelled Gloo. Glue has a mission to serve those who serve, pastors, leaders, publishers, and more. And they do it by connecting the faith ecosystem with the latest research, technology, and values-aligned AI. That's high tech for a higher purpose. See the research yourself. Just text the word JOIN to 46816. Again, that's JOIN to 46816.
Health insurance rates in America are surging, leaving millions without affordable options. But Christians don't need to waste money on a broken system. Christian Healthcare Ministries is an alternative to health insurance at half the cost. With CHM, fellow believers contribute monthly to help pay each other's medical bills while lifting one another up in prayer. It's financial and spiritual support when you need it most. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/wellness. That's chministries.org/wellness.
Dwelling with the Lord in the Land of the Living. Written and read by Deidre Braley. Psalm 27:4 says, "One thing I ask from the Lord, this only do I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze on the beauty of the Lord and to seek him in his temple." The ancient Israelites had a far different understanding of eternity than we do today. The concepts of heaven and hell as two distinctly different eternal dwelling places would have been a foreign idea to them. I learned about this as a seminary student in my Master of Divinity program, where this semester I've had the privilege of taking a class that explores the Torah. That is, the first 5 books in the Hebrew Bible, also sometimes called the Pentateuch. And when I reached this startling understanding that the ancient peoples believed they would all someday go to a somewhat damp and gray place called Sheol, I asked my professor in horror, but how do they live with this idea? Where was their hope? How did they not all die of existential crises? What he said, though, was beautiful. He explained that what was most important to the ancient Israelites in their death was that they were remembered by their families, but also that their bones were buried in their land because they believed that God dwelt in Israel and they wanted to be wherever he was. But what struck me even more was what he said next. For the Israelites, the Torah, that is, their teachings, offered a way to dwell in God's presence every day of their lives. They were focused on being with God and enjoying him in the present. And when we look at scriptures like Psalm 27, we see evidence that it's true. The ancient authors weren't waiting for some faraway day after they'd died to be with God. They believed it was possible to spend every day of their lives in the presence of God and to enjoy him immensely. The psalmist wrote, "One thing I ask for from the Lord, this only do I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze on the beauty of the Lord and to seek him in his temple." Intersecting faith and life. As modern-day followers of Christ who do have beliefs about the existence of a very real heaven and hell, it can be easy to focus on our eternal destination. In fact, that's the focus of many sermons and the basis of many arguments for the gospel. But to focus entirely on where we'll go after we die is to miss out on a major and incredibly beautiful part of the good news that is the gospel. We don't have to wait to enjoy God's presence. We get to dwell with Him right here, right now, every day of our lives. In this sense, we have a lot to learn from the ancient Israelites. There is an invitation to walk in the kingdom of God even while we walk on earth. Will we wait for some future day? Or will we start to dwell with the Lord in the land of the living today? For further reading, look into Luke 17, 20 through 21, and Matthew 6:10.
The Crosswalk Devotional is a production of Life Audio and Salem Media. If you liked what you heard today, please take a second to rate and review this podcast in your favorite podcast app so that more listeners like you can find the show. For more faith-filled, inspirational podcasts, visit us at lifeaudio.com.
At Thrivent, planning your finances is bigger than money. It's a way to support the people, causes, and community you love, because helping you put your faith into action is at the heart of what we do. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.